Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Are we okay for sound? My sound was a bit weird. Um, it was showing me something about sound, and I don't know what it was. So just let me know if you can hear me. So what have we? Who have we got? Good morning, Roslyn, Holly, Mum. Welcome this morning. Bit overcast here today. Still is humid, but a bit overcast. Um, yeah. So, for those of us here in Australia, I suppose it's also been seen all over. You can hear me. Thank you, Holly. Been all over the world about the mass shooting that we had at Bondi yesterday. That was very sad. Um, people just really just enjoying themselves, and that happens. But anyway, all we can do is send our prayers and what have you. I don't know what the world's coming to. I really don't. But anyway, morning, Suzanne. Lovely to see you. And Daphne. Good morning, Daphne. Awesome. Alrighty, so if you're all expecting me to know exactly what I'm doing this morning, guess what? I don't. So I have my little grandson with me today, my littlest one, and I've got him probably until about lunchtime. So he may pop his little head in and say hi. Who knows? But he's happy out there playing with my cats at the moment. Yes, it is heartbreaking, isn't it, Holly? And Roz, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, he's out there playing with the cats at the moment, and he's got this little guitar. And Lando was there. The guitar was propped up by the table. And the next thing, we were all at one end of the house or the room sort of thing. And the next thing, we heard the guitar going bing, 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 bing. And and we just turned around, and it was the cat. The cat had found the strings, and he was like, with his teeth, he was pulling them. So that was rather cute. So I'll see, Holly. Hang on a second. Ro, pop in here with me just for a second and just say hello to Grammy because she's on. Will you come and do that for me? No, you don't have to. All right then. No, can't entice him this morning. I said Grammy was on, but he said, "Do I have to?" So yeah. Um, Hi Marlene, how are you? Yeah, so I told him, yeah, might give Grammy a call after and see. That's Mum. Mum's Grammy. I'm Grandma. Yeah, so anyway, we've had a quietish weekend. I had the works Christmas party yesterday, which was really good. Um, the managers put on a Christmas party for the volunteers and the committee once a year, and it was great because this year I didn't have to organise it. So that was rather nice too. Grammy said hello, Ronan. So yeah, I'll take a video of the cat doing that. Um, yeah, well, I think Rose moved it now. I think because I said to him, mind the cat because it's only got nylon strings, and I didn't want the cat to chew through it as he's likely to do. But yeah, alrighty. So I put up a thing on my page about what did anybody want me to do, and now I can't remember who said a clean and simple Easter card or Valentine's card. Well, that threw me, didn't it? Because Valentine's, well, I've been married 40 years. I don't do Valentine's cards. And Easter cards, we don't really, I don't know. Do many people send Easter cards? Maybe they do overseas, but I haven't. I haven't really sent any. So I'm going to have a go. And the only like Valentine's set I have got is Hearts of Elegance. And I'm not even sure. So let me see if I can go into Stampin' Up. I probably can't do it on this computer. Let me, oh yeah, hang on. You can still see me, I'm assuming. Pretty sure it's not available. Is that letting me in? Is that the... No, it's only putting me in on... It's not putting me in on demonstrator view. It says demonstrator login. See, I can't do much on this computer. Sign in. No, it's not giving me... Anyway, I can still search for that. Hearts of Elegance. No. It doesn't look like it's not showing up, so I'm assuming it's Gonski. But anyway, it's the only one I've really got with hearts in it. So let me come back. You probably could see me all that time. It was Kim who said that. All right, so we're going to have a bit of a play. So I've decided to do, it's a little fun fold. It's not hard to do. I've done it before. And you know what? I also thought I would use a piece of something that I've already done. Excuse me, and see where I go from there. So let me go down to the desk. There we go. Obviously, if we're looking at Valentine's, we're sort of looking at red, gold, what have you. So I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is the pop-up block card. And I think everyone's seen it. I think I've done it maybe a couple of times. I don't know. But I'm just going to cut it now. So I need cardstock at 4 1/4 by 9 1/2. So I'm going to do the 4 1/4. This is real red I'm using. And then we want the 9 1/2. So we'll just pop it along there. And then we're going to score at 2 and 4. So we're going to score at 2. And we're going to score at 4. Okay, so that gives us, you can see the marks on it, I hope, and if you can't. So designer series paper. So we're going to, if we have a layer, so I thought perhaps the other side of this, and I can't even remember where this came from, but we've got gold dots. I know it was one from a while back, so I'm sorry if I'm using out of stock stuff, but you know that you can use anything that is available to you. Use what's available to you. This is only because I'm trying to fulfill the Kim's request, and yeah, I haven't got these. All right, so the designer series paper is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to do the 5 1/4. So I'm pretty sure this isn't, because it was down in my by 4. It was down in my stuff that. Oops, that. Yep, that's it. That's going to go there. So And then we need a basic white panel. Actually, there's a piece there. And we need that to be 1 7/8 by 4 1/8. So let's go 1 7/8 by 4 1/8. No doubt I'm going to find out what all this is about because, yeah. And then another piece of designer series paper, 1 3/4 by 4. So let's use this. That's the back of that one, which is current. So 1 3/4 by 4. All right, so no doubt that is going to sit on there. All right, so we still haven't finished with the cutting because we've got to cut there's 3 blocks to cut. So block 1, we need the cardstock. I should have done all this, but like I said, I had Ronan come in, so 3 1/4 by 5, 3 1/4, and by 5. So that's a card base. Actually, that one, let's back it up a bit. Let's back it up a little bit because what I wanted to use, typical, I had it sitting right here on the desk. Under there. No, well, that's weird. I haven't even touched it. I had a piece anyway. I had a piece that I had made up and I was going to use it, but looks like I'm not now then because it had all the scraps on it. I've made it up out of the scraps. Maybe I'll find it before we finish. So this is for the first block. So 3 1/4 by 5. Then we need basic white again. And we need 1 3/8 by 3 1/8. So let's go 1 3/8 by 3 1/8. And then designer series paper 1 1/4 by 3. So let's do 1 1/4 by 3. So that is going to fit on there, and that is going to fit on there. It doesn't tell me. Yes, it does. The cardstock needs to be scored at 1 1/2 by 4 1/2. So I was just thinking, I haven't scored that. Sorry, 1 1/2 and 4 1/2. So 1 1/2 and 4 1/2. That doesn't seem right. Oh, yes, it does because it's not a full block. Yeah. Okay, so that's the first one, and then let's quickly do the second one. So we need the cardstock to be 2 1/2 by 4. Let's go 2 1/2 by 4, and we're going to score that at 2 1/2 and 3 1/2. So we're going to score it at 2 1/2 and 3.5. So that's that piece of cardstock. So we need another piece of basic white at 1 3/8 by 2 3/8. So 1 3/8. 1 3/8 by 2 3/8. Let's hope I've got that because I didn't measure it. 2 2 3/8. And then we will need some designer series paper again at 1 1/4 by 2 1/4. So let's go 1 1/4. Oh, that's already 1 1/4. That was lucky. By 2 1/4. So that's the next block. You've all got to hope that I don't remember how to put this together. And now we need 1 1/2 by 3. And I think I might need some more red. Let's have a look. Yep. So I'm going to go 1 1/2 by 3. And I'm going to score that at 1/2, 2 and 2 1/2. Ooh. Well, there you go. So we want 1/2. 2 and 2 1/2. Actually, I can just see something there too, but I should have done with the last one. I thought there was something wrong with just having 2 score. Oh no, that one's right. Score at 1 1/2, 3 and 4 1/2. Did I do? No. So I did the 1 1/2 there. I didn't do the 3. I knew there should have been another line in there. There we go. So that was for block 1. Now I've got these marked up. Oh dear. This could be fun, ladies. I can tell you, it could be a lot of fun. Oh. Sorry, I've missed a lot of oh, hi Donna. I'll have to catch up a bit because I'm sort of concentrating on this at the moment. So so I've got 1 1/2 by 3. So that's that. Basic white 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. My goodness, it's a tiny piece. Wonder what it's going to do. And designer series paper 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. There it is. That's the piece I was looking for. Designer series paper 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. Yep. So that is going to fit onto there. There is, that's block 1. This is block 2. That's 1, 2, 3. So I know this one hasn't got a piece of white for some reason. That one and that goes on there. That piece of white doesn't go there. So block 2, 1 3/8 by 2 3/8. 2 3/8. I've done that the wrong way around. Two 3/8 by 1 3/8. Oh yeah, that's it. All right, so I had already cut that one. That's block 2. Maybe that's the wrong piece, and that goes there. That looks right. I don't know where that piece goes yet. We'll work it out. So I think that's all the paper cut. Now all I have to do is work out how to put this thing together. Like I said, this base piece here, I was actually going to use that, but it wouldn't fit. It would fit, but it would leave a biggish border, but I'll do something with that another time. All right, so I'm thinking, I just got to remember how these go. So actually, give me a second. Oh dear. Just seeing if I've got one that I can copy here. No, not that one. Oh dear. Here's one. That'll do. Found it. Stop. Yeah, that's what I thought it did. All right, so here we go. So we're just going to burnish. I had it here. There it is. Burnish a couple of these. All right, and then we're going to put. So did I cut the white for that? I must have done. One 7/8 by 4 1/8. Where did that piece go? Because that's not it. All right. So the this piece is going to sit on here. So I'll pop that in now. Alrighty. I think I'm done with Christmas cards now. Over it. So this is my designer series paper, which I'm just going to pop on there like that. And then I'm supposed to have a white panel. And then got a feeling we're supposed to have bits that go up and down here. You know what? I'm just going to measure this, and I know that these are for the, that will actually fit there and there. And I basically need 2 of those. So that is going to fit there and there. And then I need the next size down, which is that one there. But that's going to fit on there. I think somehow this, either that or I've put the stuff to the wrong side and used it twice. So let's have a look. That piece, one 3/4 by 4. Yeah, because what happens is then that one sits there, this one sits there, and that one sits there, and that gives us the whole card. Okay, so, and then it folds in like that. So yeah, let's just put, for now, I will just put that piece of white on there. Like so. I might have to cut some more for the first block, that's all. And then, does that go on there? That one will go on there. We can cut some more, it's not a problem. Now the next column, the next part, we don't actually put anything on there. But we do with these. So with these, it's, that goes there, that goes there. So it's this one here, we put the paper on. So I might have to cut another piece of white for that because I seem to have mislaid it. So we're looking at block 1, and the white is 1 3/8 by 3 1/8. I'm sure I did that. One and 1 3/8 by 3 1/8. That's actually going to fit there. That's that piece there. And then this piece will sit on top of there. That's right. Excellent. Getting there. So once you've made up these panels, so that always goes in the middle one there, and then this goes on top of that. It's supposed to rain or have storms today. I don't know whether we're actually going to or not. So that's that one. And then this is the next box where, so this is box number 2. We scored, cardstock was 2.5 by 4. And we should have, there's another one that I've missed that first score on. Score at 1. So let's do that. So this one scored at 1, 2.5, and 3.5. So when we fold these, basically they all fold the same way. And then that fits. So that one is going to fit on there, fold under and go like that. This one's going to fit on there, fold under and go like that. But they, when we lay them down, they're going to lay flat. Okay. So on this one again, we're going to put this here. And we'll pop this on the back. It is quite a simple, on the top, I mean, it is quite a simple card. Like that. And then we've got the tiny one at the end. I don't know where all the pieces have gone. I'm sure I cut them. So we've got this box now, and the white bit's going to go on there, and I'm going to have to cut another piece of the, my goodness. My desk's in a bit of a mess. I'm going to pop that one on there like that. Let's see if I've got the piece of designer paper, designer series paper anywhere. Looks like it. Not. All right, is that going to fit? I think that'll fit on there if I cut it down. How weird. Mind you, I have to say my desk to the right here, this side, is a little bit of a mess. Oh, that's lovely, Donna. So what did I want? 1.5 by 1.25 by 1.25. So here we go. 1.25 by 1, and I remember doing this, so I don't know where these pieces have disappeared to, but they have. And that's the wrong size. That's 1.25 by 1.25. So did everybody have a good weekend? What did you do that was exciting over the weekend? Anything? There we go. So that bit can go on there like that. Now, with all my faffing around, that goes in there, and then that goes there. Is that right, Lorraine? Yep. All right, so now I'm going to put glue on this part. I'm pretty sure I put glue on the other part as well, but I'm not quite sure at the moment. So to sort of line it up fairly equal and push that down. And then we have our first block starting to happen. And there's an easy way to do this next bit, and I'm not sure. That's it. So now what I do is I just pop this glue on this little section here. And then fold the two down like that. And hold it for a second and hope. And that gives us our first block. Okay, looks like I had a bit of... So that's the first block. Done. What happened there? Must have had a bit of glue seep out, and that's okay. Then we're going to do the same with this one. So to start with, this goes down in here. No, wrong one. This goes, we just put the glue on this part here. And I'm going to line that up about in the middle and press that down. Hold it for a second, have a cuppa. Lift that up. And then I'm just going to put the glue on this smaller part again. Fold it under and press it down. I mean, You can make this part as hard or as easy as you want, but literally it's not hard at all. It's just a case of glue there, and lining it up. And then for the third box, we're going to do the same. So we're going to put glue on here, and then we're just going to take that, line it up under that one there, centrally as we can, pop that down and hold it for a second. Like so. And then pop the glue onto here. This is one of my favourite fun folds actually. Fold it all the way back in and down flat. And you can see that then comes right to that line there. I'm going to finish here today, and I'm going to find all these little bits that I thought I'd cut and I had cut and then I couldn't find. So that'll be fun. Okay, so then we have the pop-up. I don't want to pull on it too much at the moment because I like it to be. Hi, Glenda. Oh, you're not late. Not late at all. Basically, you just didn't see me do my fiddling. Like I was just saying, I've cut the pieces and then they've gone AWOL. So I've had to cut more. But anyway, that is the card, and that's what it looks like from the front. So we are going to just pop some decoration on there. Now, because someone asked me to do hearts, that's what we'll do. Okay, so there was lots of different size hearts in this one, and I apologize once again, but it's the only hearts set that I have. So this one it will be. So I really loved this one. So I'm going to do this one. I'll cut it out of this red. So I've got something there with a nice little pattern on it, and then I thought I would cut out of this paper here, which is what I've used there. I'll cut one of these. It has a little pattern around the edge, so that's rather nice. So I just thought I would do something like that to put on here, or I can put it on here and then I can put the tag on there. So we wanted clean and simple. So that tag, what's the wording in here? We've got a big one that says Happy Valentine's Day. My heart belongs to you. Be mine. Sending lots of love. Okay. And I don't know that that's going to fit any of those, which is rather odd, isn't it? Let me see. Well, it's not going to fit that one, nor that one, nor that. Maybe I'll put that in the wrong one. Maybe that belongs elsewhere. I better check that afterwards and see. All right. Let's do, we're doing Valentine's, so let's do Happy Valentine's Day. And and I'm thinking we will put that out across there, or we can, what we have to watch is that when we press it down, it's not going to go too far. So happy Valentine's Day. So let me do that on here, and then I will cut it down. And I will use the Real Red. It's quite a nice stamp, actually. It's quite nice, that one. Happy Valentine's Day. So obviously I want to cut that down a bit and put it on a different, put a backing on it of some sort. Maybe this. So let me cut this down to there. And the same this end. I haven't got much room top and bottom. I could possibly take like a really tiny bit off. And then the same here. But no, there's not much to go on this one, I don't think. Actually, that doesn't look overly straight, so let's straighten it up. There we go. So we've got the Happy Valentine's Day, and that is, what is it, 3 inches by 1 1/4. So if I grab, you see, 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. Usually you would put the stronger bit underneath, wouldn't you? On top, I mean. But I'm thinking that would work. Popping that on there, along there like that. So let's do that. Let me layer up the hearts here. Now what you can do is you can just give these a bit of a bend and you can have them layered up. I'm going to put, it's quite a thick card anyway, but I will put, which one will I put on dimensionals? Maybe lay the bottom one flat. Like I said, this really isn't my, but we're getting there. That was a very pretty heart, that one, I must say. I'm putting it about there. And then I might use a dimensional and just pop up this one. I sort of want to give myself a bit of a space at the back here. I'll pop this up. So 1, 2 should hold it. Pop it in the middle here. You can see there's actually an area where there's not much thing in there. So that gives us our little heart there. I'm going to, this is going to go flat. I might pop that one up. Let me pop that one up. So I thought I was going to impress Ronan this morning with, you know, the card, the never-ending card, and the, oh yes, Grandma, I've seen those. You have? Oh dear. They watch so much on their screens and that you can't really shock them at all these days. I just don't want this to sag. So, and it's heavier than what I've got underneath it, which normally you would put the cardstock underneath and the designer series paper on top. Really? Okay, so then we're going to do, just going to pop that in the middle of there like that, and then I'm going to put that on there so that it comes out. So I'm only going to put the glue on this first bit here. No more than that. And then we hope that it holds, because it should. I could probably have gone a teeny bit further actually, which I will. There we go. Pop that in there, lay it flat. Just want it to go. Now because I've moved that, I'm going to have to be careful because I don't want that to be sticking. All right, so we've got that, and then I think straight away when we're thinking of red, we're lucky at the moment to have these gorgeous red ones here. Now you could put a bow on there. I've had mine for 2 years and it's always been stiff. I find that if I open it at the top, Donna, it's the easiest way, but it's a bit of a nuisance when you're sort of trying to do something in a hurry and it sticks. So I just wanted to sort of do one up here, maybe one down here, and then I'm just going to put another one just on the end there. There we go. So quick and easy fun fold Valentine's Day card. Stands up like that, looks like that. It's an oldie but a goodie. I mean, like, it's been around for quite a while. But once you start, do the boxes is so easy. It's just that folding and folding, and then you have that. So, oh, thank you, Holly. So there we go. I hope that counts for Kim, was it, on the clean and easy Valentine's Day card. I'll have to work on the whole Easter thing. I might do that a little bit later on. Donna, I clean it out and hope that it's going to clear, but if I try and see, it's sort of like it sticks, but it sticks up there. So if you can try and remember to lift it there, and sometimes it still sticks, and I clean this, I clean all this out. I don't know. I'll have to ask hubby if there's anything he can suggest. But, like it gets grubby like all things. But, I know what you're saying. Once you've got it down, and even that sometimes is a bit hard. So thank you for that. Like I said, I've done it before, but if anyone sets me a challenge, I'll try and do it. Thanks everyone so much. Oh, thank you, Donna, for the thumbs up. I think too, when you're doing a card like this, you can make it for so many different things. Like this one, and this isn't Stampin' Up, I can tell you. I did this one, as a just for you card. And what you do, you can put a piece of both things on the back. So you could put like this and then the white, and that's where you would write your message. I mean, you could do all sorts of things around. You could make that a lot more than I've made it there, but we wanted clean and simple, so that's what we've done there. Okay, all righty, so that is, oops, nearly pressed the wrong one. That's me for today. Sorry about them little bits of mucking around. Look, I've got all sorts of pieces here, and I'm sure some of these are the ones that should have been used. I cut them and then they disappeared. I will do the table off today. All right. So, thanks, Lynn. I'll see you later, Donna. So if you want to go over onto my Facebook page, which is Lorraine's Colour Me Crazy Cards and Papercraft, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to see what I'm doing tomorrow or the next day or whenever, if you'd like to subscribe, and if you want a notification, press the notification bell. Yeah, I would really appreciate it. My numbers are up to, I think it's 139, and I said I wanted 150 by Christmas, so that's 11. Let's see how we go. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of you and yours, and I will see you all again tomorrow morning. Bye for now.